Good afternoon, students. Once again, welcome all in our online lecture series. My name is Rahul Brahmane, Vishwabharati Academics College of Engineering, Ahilyanagar. Okay, so this is our third lecture of solid waste management. We already completed two lectures. Okay, so now today we will discuss about the remaining part or remaining points regarding the solid waste management. So before for starting the third lecture, before that we revise the previous lecture important points. So for the continuation purpose, so see, in previous two lectures we already cover the definition of solid waste management and different solid waste. Okay, there is a various types of solid waste, then the origin of that waste, from where that waste are arises. Okay, then sources of solid waste also uh, completed. Okay, sources of solid waste means what? The waste are generated from the some sources or some origin, that is called as source of that solid waste. Okay, so there is having various sources like residential, commercial, industrial, agriculture, then institutional sources, then municipal services. Okay, then some construction and demolition waste. Okay, after that biomedical waste, electronic waste, that is also called as e-waste, then hazardous waste. Okay, so these are the sources of waste, and in detail we already discussed, already studied in the previous lecture. So in this lecture we will start the hazardous waste. Okay, so hazardous waste, so basically first of all we discuss about the what is mean by hazardous waste. Okay, so see, hazardous waste or these are the waste that pose a significant risk to human health and the environment due to their toxic, reactive, corrosive or flammable nature. Okay, so see, hazardous waste means what? In short, the solid waste having some property, okay, some uh, riskful property or some uh, like some property which are uh, very riskful or very toxic, okay, to the human health. Okay, so that solid waste is called as hazardous waste. Okay, so basically in short we can say the waste which is very harmful to the human health, that is also called as hazardous waste. Okay, so this type of waste having some special properties which is very harmful to the human health, like what? Toxic in nature, then reactive, then corrosiveness, okay, or flammable nature. Okay, so these are some properties of the hazardous waste. Okay, so uh, I think all of you understand properly what is meant by hazardous waste. Okay, so now we will discuss about the characteristics of hazardous waste. Okay, characteristics of hazardous waste. So uh, first characteristics, that is toxic. Okay, hazardous waste is or hazardous waste are very toxic. So firstly we discuss about the what is meant by toxic. Okay, toxic means what? harmful or fatal when ingested, inhaled, or absorbed. Okay, that is toxic in nature. Which are the toxic or the waste are toxic? For example, pesticides, lead, mercury. Okay, so see, always keep in mind among the all the solid waste, the waste like lead, mercury are very poisonous. Okay, means in electronic waste or e-waste, the mercury, lead are the very poisonous material or very poisonous waste. Okay, and which harm the human health. Okay, so question may be asked in our question paper or in MCQ type question, which are the very harmful waste generated from the e-waste. So there is given some option. So correct answer is mercury or lead. Okay, always keep in mind. Okay, so second point, that is flammable. Flammable. Okay, flammable means what? We can say in Marathi, ज्वलनशील. Okay, understood? Flammable means what? ज्वलनशील. Okay, means that catches fire very easily. Okay, that is called as flammable. For example, gasoline, solvent, alcohol-based chemicals, which are very flammable. Okay, then next is corrosive. Next is corrosive. Corrosive means what? Say, can cause severe damage to human skin and materials. Okay, so this type of these types of uh, reactive material or reactive waste are the very reactive to the. Okay, so these hazardous waste are reactive in nature or characteristics is reactive. Reactive means what? Can explode. Sorry, uh, we already discussed about the corrosiveness. Okay, so hazardous waste is corrosive. So firstly we discuss about the what is meant by corrosiveness. Okay, corrosive means the property of that waste which damage the human skin. Okay, when that solid waste or that material which is in contact with the human skin, then human skin is damaged. Okay, due to the corrosiveness, that is called as corrosive hazardous waste. For example, acids, then batteries. Okay, so see, in acids or batteries, acids properties already corrosiveness. Okay, but some batteries having acid batteries. Okay, so it is also hazardous waste. Okay, then next is reactive. Reactive. Okay, so see, reactive means what? Can explode or release toxic gases when mixed with other substances. Okay, see, reactive means what? If any solid waste material is contact with another material or in contact with air, in contact with oxygen, in contact with water, then it may be explode or release the toxic gases. Okay, so this is called as reactive waste. Okay, or we can say reactive hazardous waste. Okay, so these are the some characteristics of hazardous waste. Okay, I think all of you understood what is meant by hazardous waste. Okay, so now we will go to the another or next point, that is example of hazardous waste. Okay, so there is having some hazardous waste. Okay, so first one is medical and biomedical waste. Okay, biomedical and medical waste, which includes the used syringe. Okay, then contaminated bandages, then industrial, chemical, solvent. Okay, then batteries, lead acid battery and lithium ion battery. Okay, uh, these batteries are hazardous because in the battery there is having acids and which is very corrosive to the human skin. Okay, so battery is also corrosive. Then paints, pesticides and cleaning agent. Okay, so these are the hazardous waste. Then next is e-waste containing the heavy metals like mercury and cadmium. We already discussed about the poisonous, very poisonous material. Okay, that is heavy metals like mercury and cadmium. Okay, and lead also, which is generated from the e-waste, or we can say electronic waste. Okay, so these are the some example of hazardous waste. Okay, now we will discuss about the next point. Next point, uh, in previous point we discuss about the hazardous waste. Okay, so now in this point we discuss about the non-hazardous waste. Okay, so in this point we discuss about the non-hazardous. Okay, so in previous point we discuss about the hazardous waste. Now we will discuss about the non-hazardous waste. Okay, so see, uh, non-hazardous waste, these waste do not pose immediate harm to human health or the environment. They are typically okay. So now we'll discuss about the non-hazardous waste. Okay, so these waste do not pose immediate harm to human health or the environment. They are typically biodegradable or recyclable. Okay, so in a previous point we discuss about the hazardous waste. Okay, hazardous waste means what? Which harmful to the human health. Okay, and non-hazardous means what? These types of waste do not immediate harm to the human health or the environment. They are typically biodegradable or recyclable. So in short, we can say non-hazardous waste is the biodegradable and recyclable. Okay. Then now we discuss about the some example of non-hazardous waste. So first is biodegradable waste. Okay, biodegradable waste. So organic materials that decompose naturally, like food waste, agriculture waste, and paper. Okay, so biodegradable waste contains the food waste, agriculture waste, and paper, which is naturally decomposed. Okay, so that is called as biodegradable waste. Okay, then next is recyclable waste. Recyclable waste. So the material that can be processed and reused. Okay, recyclable waste means what? The material that can be processed and reused, like plastic, glass, metal, paper, etc. So this is called as recyclable waste. Okay, recyclable waste. Then next is inert waste. Next is inert waste. So the material that do not decompose easily but are not harmful, that is called as inert waste. Okay, so in detail we can say inert waste is nothing but the very tough material which are not harmful to the human health. Okay, and also it is not decomposable. Okay, for example, construction debris, then stones and concrete. Okay, so These are the inert waste. Then next is municipal solid waste. So municipal solid waste contains general household and commercial waste like kitchen waste, packaging, and furniture. So these are the non-hazardous waste. Okay. I think all students understood what is meant by hazardous, non-hazardous waste. Okay. So now we will go to the next point. Next point. So the solid waste having some characters, okay, some characteristics. Okay. So now in this point we will discuss about the some points or some characteristics of the solid waste. Okay. So first one is moisture content. Okay. Moisture content. Okay. Before starting this point, firstly we'll discuss about or uh, what is meant by moisture. Moisture is nothing but the मॉइश्चर, त्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये म्हणू शकतो ओलावा किंवा मराठीमध्ये त्याला शब्द आहे आर्द्रता. ओके. मॉइश्चर इज आर्द्रता. ओके. राइट. सो सी variation. Okay. So see, municipal solid waste can have high moisture content. Okay. Municipal solid waste contain which types of waste? Kitchen waste, organic waste. Okay. Right. Paper. So these waste contains the high moisture. Okay. Like food waste. Like, okay. Then plastic, paper, metals. Okay. Are the dry as compared to what? Food waste. Right. Then implications. High moisture affects the decomposition rates. Okay. Weight and the potential for energy recovery through the combustion or biogas production. Okay. So see how moisture affect on the solid waste. So high moisture affects the decomposition rate. Okay. Decomposition rate, weight, and the potential of energy recovery. Okay. The next physical characteristics is density. Okay. Density. So see bulk density. So municipal solid waste typically has a low bulk density when loosely compacted, but density increases with compaction. Okay. So see, density means what? See, municipal solid waste, or we can say solid waste. Okay. It having the very low bulk density when loosely compacted. Okay. But it is compacted or remove the voids. Voids means what? Air pockets. Right. Okay. Air pockets. We can say if the air pockets between the solid waste are more, then density is less. Okay. And if air pockets are very less, then density is high. Okay. So it is called as bulk density. Then influence on management. Density, density, density affects transportation and the design of landfills and processing facilities. Processing facilities. Okay. Okay. So density is very important parameter, or we can say very important characteristics of solid waste, which uh, mainly affects on the transportation and the design of landfills and processing facilities. Okay. Then next physical characteristics is particle size distribution. Particle size distribution. So see, in first point, that is heterogeneity. Heterogeneity. See, consists of a mix of large item. Heterogeneity means what? The waste which contains the various types of waste. Okay. Because solid waste are generated from various sources. Okay, so it is different types. It may be food, it may be furniture, it may be paper, plastic. Okay, so it is called as heterogeneity. Okay, then next is sorting and processing. Particle size affects recycling efficiency and the design of sorting system. Okay, then next physical characteristics is composition. Composition. Okay, so composition, in the composition there is organic fraction. Organic fraction means what? Includes food scraps, yard waste and paper which are biodegradable. Okay, then inorganic fractions means what? Which is not biodegradable. Okay, that is plastic, metal, glass, textile, etc. It is or may not be recyclable. It is called as inorganic fractions. Then bulk characteristics. Bulk characteristics means what? The proportions of these components impact the waste's overall physical behavior. Okay, so this is the composition physical characteristics. Then next is texture, color and odor. Okay, so see, sensory characteristics vary widely and are often indicative of the waste age and decomposition stage. Okay, so see, we can say texture is also different for the different waste. Then color also different depending on the sources of waste. Okay, then impact. These characteristics can affect the handling, processing and community perception of the waste management practices. So these are the some characteristics or some physical characteristics of the solid waste. So we also learn about the chemical characteristics, but the chemical characteristics we will learn in the next lecture. Okay, I hope all of you understood the all the parameter which is completed in this lecture or previous two lectures. Okay, so remaining part, that is chemical characteristics and remaining parts we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.